Welcome back to another episode of Jay
and Ray.
Yes, sir. This is episode 5.
Number
5, where we talk about God, family, everything that we got for y'all. Today, I think we want to talk a little about me. We've kind of got a lot into Re'Gine's story, her upbringing a little bit, or at least in baking, in her profession. So today I thought we'd talk about me, a little bit of what I got going on, or basically the music side of my life. We ain't going that deep, but we going a little deep today. So where can I start? Music. So like with most of us, I had like a real black mom, one of those moms that like, while she cleaning, washing the dishes or vacuuming or anything during the day, she playing music.
Amen.
Right? So my first like 5, 6, when you start to be aware of what's going on, I just remember her playing music all the time, the SWVs, the
90s,
all the 90s music, any 90s R&B, I've heard it over and over and over. So that's like the first, like, I guess you could say the first thing you like fall in love with, just the music, the musicality of everything. You just kind of fall in love with it because you listening to it all the time. So you can't help it, So all those songs I know like the back of my hand. She even used to play some rap. She had some rap in there. Occasionally she loved Tupac. So we had a lot of Tupac in there. She didn't play Biggie so much. We weren't really on New York, but we in the West. So she played a lot of West music. A little bit of rap, but mostly just R&B.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I come up. I remember when I got a little bit older than that, we used to be in the car and she used to play like a game, right? So where like y'all know on the radio, let's say K-Day is on. And you know how the DJs go from this song to the next song, So she used to start quizzing me. Like once she started like seeing that I started peeping the music, she used to be like, hey, so what's mixing in with what's coming on next? Like what's the mix? What's the next? So then that really got my ear like to the music, because when you grow up, you want to please your mama,
you want to get it
you
right.
want to get it right, So I'm studying. So all the hits that would come on, I started just focused to where I knew what was coming on, from the old school to the new school to whatever popular song was going on. Even to this day, you could attest.
Yeah.
I pretty much know it.
All of it.
I'm like a jukebox. You feel me? So I just downloaded all of that kind of in my library of music. So that just like, it's like the first, guess you could say, introduction to loving the music. After that, I would say it was probably around the time that like technology was coming out more. No, not even before that time. I can say this real quick. Even before that time, before like iPods and all that full-fledged dropped, when we still had the CDs, players. And you had the CD players, I was in Boy Scouts, right? And this is like my transition from being like 5, 6, 7, 8 to going like to 9, 10, 11,
Okay.
So it was a little bit of a transition.
Yeah,
man. So now you start listening to the music you wanted to listen to. You only didn't have to listen to mom's music. I remember she got me like Kanye West CD. I got sitting over there, like Ice Cube greatest hits, some Ludacris, some all those different kind of players. But one instance that's very funny. I was going on a cruise with the Boy Scouts, right? I was going to, I think, Jamaica. And she was like, what do you want from music? Like, I'll go to run the Target real quick and get you whatever CD you want. So I'm like, what did I want during this time? I wanted some Murphy Lee, because I love that What the Hook Gonna Be. I love that song. So I was just like, John, give me the Murphy Lee tape. Asked for that, and I asked for E40.
Crazy. Right?
So E40 was like, this is when Tell Me When to Go. This is when that was like going crazy, right? So I asked for the E40 tape. So when she came back to the house and brought it to me before I was going on the trip, like she didn't really play R&B. Don't really have no hardcore lyrics in it. It don't really have, on the radio, you're not really listening. They don't play that on the radio. They don't go for that. So when she came back, the Murphy Lee tape was explicit as well, but Murphy Lee is Murphy Lee. It's a little bit different. It's not E40. So she handed me the E40, my ghetto report card. Man, it said explicit on there. I didn't know what that meant, but I guarantee you by the time that trip was over, I found out. Man, it had the songs with trying to get to you and that I can't say what they said. I ain't gonna say what they said. It wasn't booty. It wasn't booty. They had crazy songs on there, and I just remember being on the boat just in my own little world. I was that whole trip. I was in a whole nother land. So that really took me from the R&B side of rap to like real, like, you know what I'm saying, where it got that explicit tag on it. But thank you, E40, because it opened up my mind. E40 is just crazy rap. He don't rap normal.
No, he doesn't.
He got a crazy rap flow, so it really like make you think. Like he not just simple minded. He making up words he saying. So it was like I was listening. So I'm locked in. That was a funny story. So that transition into me like, oh, I like rap.
Yeah,
I like rap. I remember I came home and I played that Kanye West CD out. You feel me? Like I said, E40. Then I had a real fascination with Bow Wow. Because at this time,
everybody did.
Man, Bow Wow was like when you would go home. I come home from school. 106 and Park was popping. So when you turn on 106 and Park, after you go through all them songs, 1 or 2 was Bow Wow. Whenever he dropped, Bow Wow was number 1 or 2. So I was amazed, and being that I was going in that transition from being like a kid to being like, you know, whatever you want to call it, a teenager or whatever, I was like, bro, this is the pinnacle.
Yeah.
I remember he was pulling up. My favorite video was Let's Get Down. He pulled up with Birdman and the Bentley. Man, he got the girls. I got this girl named Keys. He got all the girls. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sold. So I love Bow Wow. My mom took me to a Bow Wow concert. It was still one of the best concerts I ever been to. He's heck of a showman.
Yeah, he's around our age too. He's not too much older than us, so that's like inspiration.
Oh, absolutely. See, he's short, so I thought he practically me. It's me right now. You know, I'm 6'1", so I know taller than him now. So it was like, this is me. I'm looking in the mirror, right? He had the Mickey Mouse chains. He was bouncing with JD. All that was like crazy to me. So I liked him so much. She got me some Shago. I think it's called Shago. I had like a Shago jersey, y'all, like crazy. I'm getting the merch. Y'all probably know what Shago is. Bow Wow had a clothing line. I had that. She got me like a signed CD. Like I like Bow Wow. Like for all that little time Bow Wow was popping, that was like my pinnacle for a while. Until like probably like 13, 14, where the music taste kind of started transitioning. Then it was like I got back in that hardcore. Like that time, it's like Young Jeezy. You feel me? Young Jeezy going crazy. I liked. I don't know, all them kind of different rappers. But after that, it was Lil Wayne. Once I heard Lil Wayne for real, man, Lil Wayne to this day is still my favorite rapper. By far. Like once I heard he could mix like the swag and the lyric and the voice with the thought process, when he using double entendres and he like blue like the sky, just simple minded, but he don't say simple minded stuff, but when he just could put this to this and make it sound so hard, I was sold, because I love writing like that, because like I said, I've always been a writer. From 3rd grade I had a teacher that was like, Jayson gonna be a great writer after I wrote something. So I've always been a good writer. So once I could be like, oh, you could put some thought process behind this, right? You could go in, right? I start penning. And I remember it was one day at my grandpa's house. I'm sitting down watching a show, and it was like some kind of rapper rapping about something. I don't remember. It's been 17 years ago. But it was a rapper rapping about something. And I was like 13, I was like, I'm about to write a rap.
Amen. And
that was my first time I like wrote a rap, and I didn't write it down on some Lil Wayne. Oh, you feel me? I wrote it in my mind. So I was just like putting the words together in my mind. And I remember putting it together, and then we had like a little camera, and I even put it on the camera, y'all. I put it on YouTube. I'm not gonna show y'all.
Not yet.
When I blow up, I'm gonna show y'all, because I said some stuff that's gonna manifest and make it come true with God. But that was my first time like even putting myself into the world. Then I knew even at 13 I knew what I wanted to do.
Know why you needed to document
I didn't know, but I did. It's documented. She's seen it. We didn't laugh together. We didn't laugh. It's funny when y'all see it, y'all. So that was like the real introduction to me. Like, okay, I like rap for real. So then I started transitioning like into like high schoolish. You know, you get a little older, maybe like 8th grade, 9th grade. I started really writing. Like now I'm writing crazy bad lyrics. Like I said, we crazy rap lyrics.
Listen to E40 and Lil Wayne.
Man, what are you gonna get, right? I want all the girls, I want all the cars, give me all the money in that order, right? I need it right now. So I started rapping crazy stuff like that. But the homies loved it. I remember going to a Paul Pierce camp. It's called a basketball thing here in Inglewood. And I remember like coming back, like having a rap like on my phone and I'm like rapping it to them. They're like, oh my gosh, Jayson, where are you getting this? Like, this is fire. Like, how you rap like this? And I'm just like, but this was like, I had never put it to a beat yet. I was always just used to like, just writing kind of what's in my head, just kind of getting it out. Like almost poem style. It's kind of funny, like poem style. So, but they loved it. So that was like my first glimpse of like, okay, maybe this is, you know, this is a lane, right? To where I started getting into high school and I kept writing. Then I got an opportunity. Well, even before I started full-fledged making songs, I had a beef with one of my friends at school. He homie now. Salute if you ever watch this. Friends now. I ain't got no beef. We kids. But he had took my girl, right? I was messing with a lot of different girls. Jayson, bad Jayson. He had took one of my girls to where I'm like, hey, we gonna rap at lunch. Rap battle at lunch. Like I need to see you. To where like the whole school basically formed a circle and we battle rap out and battle rapped. During that time, we used to form like little circles and like just like rap freestyle, like about what we see and all kind of stuff like that. So it was like started to get embedded, like that people knew I rapped. So then it was kind of like, okay, Jayson can rhyme. Like he died. I used to have full circles around me. I ain't playing. To where I'm like, okay, I need to take this a little more serious, right? To where I actually like made a song. Okay. I had another homie that was trying to play basketball too, that was trying to get me into a basketball school that I linked up with from the Hacks, like I said, in Inglewood. And he was like, Jayson, you always be rapping, bro. You need to put it on something. You need to put it on something. So he was like, you be writing these raps, like write something to a song. And I got a homie that can actually make it happen. He got a studio, he can make it happen for you. And he did just that. So I had like 2 songs that I actually had put out. And I remember, or I recorded, and I remember the whole way home. This was like still when CDs is popular. He had burned it to the CD, and the whole way home, I only put down 2 songs, y'all. The whole way home, like he lived like 30 minutes away too, because he was rich, so he lived like out a little bit. But the whole way home, he just playing it like, we gonna blow up. We gonna blow up. This is crazy. Yeah, hey man, he recorded it. I didn't have no studio equipment during that time, so we gonna blow up. It's gonna be the best thing. I just remember feeling that feeling again, like, hey man, I'm the stuff, right? To when I get it to my homies at school. So then I put it on. This is like when Facebook is popping. Like MySpace had been over by that point. This is by like by high school. Yeah. So Facebook was popping. MySpace used to put other people's songs. He had the stuff raining down. But Facebook, I put it on Facebook, and the homies just like, it's okay. We know you rap, Jayson. We know you rap, so it's not trash. But they not like, oh my God, Jayson about to be, you know what I mean? The next little way, it wasn't like that. So it discouraged me a little bit to where I didn't just pursue it. Like some people get pushed down and they just run to it. I didn't full play pursue it, but I didn't put it down either. I ain't put it down. To the point where I would just like write a lot to myself. Like I said, tons of poems, tons of stuff like that. I would just kind of keep it within now. Because I'm like, I'm just going to store it up until it happened. Until I moved back with my dad. Went to Maryland. My dad lives in Maryland. So I moved out with him from Maryland. And he had the equipment again so that I could record. He had a Mac. He had the microphone. I remember it being a very depressed time in my life, right? So I went back there and I kind of made better songs. Because at this time, you know, you're getting older. So this is probably like 17-ish. I'm making better songs now, though. So I remember putting that out and still, getting somewhat of the same criticism, but now they still kind of like, okay, this is better than ninth grade Jayson, 10th grade Jayson. Okay. This is better, right? Okay. So it still wasn't like, this is crazy.
Oh my
gosh. But they like, okay, cool. And I had left. So it was kind of like that bridge.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like the bridge of Jayson not here. I couldn't promote myself to him. Yeah. So, and I was with kids that I really didn't even know because I wasn't there that long. Mm-hmm. So it was just, I was in between during that time. But I ended up coming back. Mm-hmm. And we kind of started all over again, because now this is like our senior year in high school. Mm-hmm. We all trying to figure out what we gonna do.
What are we gonna do?
Still smoking weed, writing raps at the table. Like they all know we could rap. We used to smoke weed, and I remember it used to be like me, the homie DC. There's a couple people that always just sat down and kind of like, if we sitting there, if they put on a beat, you know Jayson go rap, you know he go rap, you know he go rap. So we used to do that a lot, and I always used to do pretty good. I still wouldn't call myself a freestyler today, but I'm witty, so it would still come out cool. It would still flow. I remember I ended up trying to do a song. I didn't try to do a song. I ended up trying to be like DC, one of the homies. I'm like, hey, let's do a song. Let's make it serious. Because DC kind of took it serious during that time too. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, hey, let's do a song. Let's figure this out, right? He like bet. I remember he came right in this room, y'all. We sitting in right now. He came in, and I had already found a beat. Okay. I had already like wrote my verse out, right? Okay. So I'm like, this is the vibe I think we should go for, type of thing. So I remember recording my rapping my verse to him, and he just like, let's say, I don't know, y'all, I was like, and the beat goes on, and DC was like, oh snap, what? How you do that, right? And I'm like, bro, it's easy. You just like you take Klay Thompson in, and you just record it out. He's like, oh, bet. So he wrote his verse, and he put in, like all through his verse. So I remember we came back, I went to the same dude that I had. We recorded it out. We actually got it out. And I remember playing it for the homies, right? And the homies, my verse was first, and DC verse was cool. So they was bopping their head during my verse. Like, no, you can't say it's trash, because you just can't say it's trash. So if y'all go to listen to music right now, you can't say it's trash. So they was bopping their head though. But when DC verse came on, he doing the same on. Mm-hmm. They like, oh my gosh, this is DC. Is the crazy, the nice little way. They going crazy, right? And I remember just sitting there like, you ain't gonna tell them that you ain't gonna tell them that I taught you how to. You asked me in the room. You was so crazy good. You ain't gonna no. Okay, cool. It was cool though, because that taught me a valuable lesson, right? Even in those times, that the people that's always gonna be around you is not full-fledged the people that gotta push you forward, right? Because it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me, right? I still do music to this day, was still doing music. Yeah. And there was one other time, even after high school, like it didn't stop me, because I just went back to like, okay, I can't do music with him. Yeah. I just can't do music with him no more. So I still even record like 2 more songs on my own. And I remember going to give it to the homies again, right? Still trying, y'all. Still trying to, come on, homies. Instead of going out, I'm still to the homies. Come on, homies. Y'all got to feel me, right? Like, put me on. I remember playing it for them, and I had one homie just be like, hey, like, you ain't got a rapper voice. And I was just like, I remember going home that day and like playing it over and over and be like, maybe I don't have a rapper voice. Yeah, like what up? Maybe I don't have a rapper voice. What does that mean, y'all? We don't who has a rapper voice? Everybody's voice is different. Who has a rapper voice? And we was going off that. But I remember that kind of planted a seed, just that self-doubt kind of seed, because the homie's not necessarily feeling it. I don't have no equipment, $1,000 worth of equipment to practice and do it on my own. I was very like a inward person at this time of my life. Like if you was around me, I could be loud, but I wasn't reaching out to producers and going out and doing stuff. So it planted that seed of self-doubt to where I just kind of shelved it for a long time, right? Come out of high school, it's basically on the back burner again. Now I just go back to like just penning it myself. Mm-hmm. This is all inward. Like didn't put out a song no more. Didn't do nothing. Would write the poem. All that stuff is still going. So the testimony already in that is that I didn't let it. A lot of times people let it like deter them completely. Yeah. Like after you had that basketball injury, you just stopped playing basketball completely. I never did that. because the music was always inside me. So I didn't want to feel, I knew I was fire, but I didn't want to feel that feeling of
allow other people to tell you how they feel necessarily.
I don't want to hear it.
How you feel.
I don't want to hear it. I just want it to be fire to me, and the people that thought it was fire, you can come in. If you don't think it's fire, it's cool. So that went on for a while to where it kind of started to pick back up. So I remember me and the homies smoking again, and it just always came around that I was just always the music man. Always had the best music playing. Always, if you want to know some new music, go to Jayson. If we sit in the car freestyling, Jayson go first. You started off, so the music never left me. I never felt defeated in that way. Like the music was always still forefront, because at this time, basketball was my other love. Basketball is on the back burner because I hurt my leg. Basketball is over at this point. So music was always there. So finally, I think we got like a little bit more financially stable.
This was when we got the shop, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is when we got the money for the shop.
Yeah, so Re'Gine, my girl, started popping. Right, and so it kind of was a mix of, I think we told y'all the story of like the music videos started happening, right? So I started going to music videos, started putting it back in my mind.
Putting yourself in the environment.
Come on now. Okay. You got to put yourself out there, which I'm still learning to this day, and we here now. You got to put yourself out there and reach and see what's going on to even feel that fire of what's going on. Like I told you guys in one, but I'll just touch on it again. The first music video I went to was the Tiger video, right? And on the Tiger video, they put me up on the same pedestal that Tiger stood in 10 minutes later. So all the people sitting there staring at me like I'm Tiger, like basically, right? So it puts you in the mindset of like, nah, like you could do this, Tiger. Nah, I mess with you, Tiger, but Tiger can rap.
You can do it.
I can rap, right? If he can do it, I can do it. Like I know it's still, at this point, I know I'm still good because, like I said, the practice, I'm still getting my shots up. So that kind of happened. So we got financially stable to the point where we got a lump sum of money at one time, and I'm like, hey, I'm about to shoot. I'm about to go for it. I'm about to go for it. I bought a computer. I bought monitors. I bought monitor speakers. I bought the microphone. I bought all the little things I needed, right? And I was on a I was on cloud 9 when I first got this, because now I could listen to music how I want to listen to it. I had to listen to it in my phone and like some little Bose speakers, so I could listen to it through big speakers. So I was going crazy. So it sparked it back again, right? During this time. But then I would always feel torn because I'm not a producer. Right? I'm a little bit technically challenged, I would call it. I'm great at a lot of things, but some things,
hey man, everybody ain't good at everything.
I'm not the best at.
That's why everybody got different jobs.
Come on now. I'm not the producer, right? I didn't make beats or anything like that, right? And I would always like go on YouTube and just be like, this ain't really it. Or I will record something fire and know that the mixes wasn't right. Like my voice is too high here, or I don't know how to change this and change that. And that kind of discouraged me too.
Of course.
Right? Because then I'm like, I go back to the feeling before, I don't want to put this out.
It's not perfect, and you already don't know what they're going to say.
Oh,
you feel some type of way about it not being perfect.
I can't go through that again. I don't want to go through that again. So I remember always telling Re'Gine, like, I just need the beat, man. And I need this and I need that.
Yeah.
But I didn't, because I have 2 instances that I could tell y'all about. One was an instance where I could go Toby first. I used to record, sometimes I used to record like little raps, like to the same thing I'm doing now. If y'all good with Goodbye Fridays, what I'm doing now, I used to take popular songs, I used to rap to them, right? So if y'all know about Toby No Wigway, I used to mess with him before anybody used to mess with him. Like, just being honest, before when he just started Get Twisted Sundays with Fat, I used to love Toby because he rap fire. He's a godly.
Used to play the song over and over and over, and I said, I don't want to hear the song no more. I don't care what it is.
Hey man, if I like something, I'm gonna play it out. I still do that to this day.
He still does it. But it was like every morning when he was doing something, he used to play this Toby song.
Hey man, What Is For?
Oh my god!
Go listen to What Is For, Toby, y'all, and it just sparked the beat switch. How he came up on it, I'm like, yeah. So I remember he only having like maybe 8,000.
Okay.
He popping. It's starting to grow. But he only got 8,000, 10,000. I remember I shot him a DM. He like answered. I was whoa. I got 100 followers because I'm more of an introvert. I is what it is. He answered and he was like, "This fire."
Yeah.
He's like, "This fire. This dope." He like. I'm like, "Let's do a song, then. What are we talking about? I listen to you every day. Let's do a song." He was like, "Cool. Where you at?" And I'm like, "In LA." And he like, "Hey, I'm in Houston. I'm in Houston, Texas. I don't know what we doing. Like, I ain't got the money to fly you. I ain't got it yet like that." So I remember that kind of just fizzled out. All right, then I had another time where it's just showing me that I should have been doing this. Is that y'all probably don't know them if you don't. They're not so popular now, but even back then they was still kind of popping. This Audio Push. Okay, Audio Push. I hit them and did the same thing. I hit them. I hit like they manager. It was sometimes I was thirsty for it, so it never left me, y'all. So don't take it because I was still pushing. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and be like, hey, this go. I'm gonna be the famous, right? I remember I pushed it to their producer, like 3-4 people in their camp, right? But one dude was like, "No, this fire.
Yeah.
No, this fire." He like, we can put you on. I'm gonna hit him right now. Right to the point where I'm like, "Re'Gine, they said they gonna put me on. They gonna all they need is $500 for this, right? And $500 for that." And I remember Re'Gine just being like, "Relax." We don't necessarily have.
We did not have $500.
This is what we having kids.
Yeah.
I think like, it's like Jason Jacob maybe.
Jason Jacob is the beginning of the shop.
Yeah.
So we had put all the money. You got your equipment. We did the shop. Money gone.
Money is zilch, back to zilch.
Yeah.
So, but I want a career. So he said 500. What we doing? And I came to my senses a little bit that $500, and no disrespect to Audio Push. I love y'all for even seeing the vision, but Audio Push was not gonna push me over the edge. It was gonna be Jayson at the end of the day that was gonna push Jayson over the edge, right? Because if I'm not putting out music, I even had a song out at this point. Exactly. It wasn't like he's only going off like the raw talent of me just rapping the lyrics, which is but that happened. So that was still like a spark to where like I shouldn't put it down.
Yeah.
I still used to write my raps, right? Just still used to do it for a long time. But I never put it out, y'all. She would always tell me, like, even through her growth to this 177, she used to tell me when she had 5K, when she had 2, with nothing, when she had a little bit, that this was a me and you thing.
Yeah, we can do it at the same time. Like, just because I'm doing something doesn't mean that you can't do what you love also. Like, we could do it at the same time. Yeah.
Like, this is a marriage. This is that real Bonnie and Clyde, right? Like, we both jump in if we jump, right? And I believed her. But, like, the devil always plants seeds. As soon as I felt a high moment, he would plant those little seeds and I would try to come back down, or I come back up and I come back down, I come back up. But it never full-fledged went over the edge to where I'd be like, sometimes I would be sparked in there, y'all, and I'll record all of it and then I would stop. Because I didn't want to put it out. Yeah. So I have like a bunch of songs on here that I didn't done up to like the hook, the verse and the hook. But then I didn't want to put the other verse on there because I don't want to finish it, right?
He'd be super excited about it, and then he just stopped talking about it and just move on to the next thing.
And then it's the next one.
Like, okay.
But the next one is fire. Sometimes I'll be going back to stuff, be like, but that was fire.
What's wrong with that one?
You can take lyrics from 8 years ago and put it into stuff now, and it'll be fire. So I just always had that, the devil on that shoulder, angel on that shoulder kind of thing. But we still kept pushing. To the point where we came at, where we at this point, like maybe that kind of kept happening up until now.
Yeah.
really until go ahead.
I think right after Jacob was when you were trying to do like the videos that you're doing now. Yeah. And you did it for a little bit. Yeah. And then you just like slowly like let it fizzle out. I mean, because so much stuff is going on.
Yeah.
So our lives were changing. So Yeah, but yeah.
I made Valentine's Day songs for her
with the kids and everything.
I did some stuff that was pretty cool during this time, but I didn't put it out. I didn't put it out. It probably would have went viral back in those days.
Maybe you should do it for Valentine's Day. That's the Valentine's Day song.
Hey, there you go, y'all. I want y'all to hear it, but I don't know. It just never got pushed over the edge till kind of like around this time, where now we got 4 kids, y'all, at this point.
About to be 5.
So my kids are getting older.
For sure.
You know, and as we know, kids watch your every move, right?
For sure.
So right now, my girl is on going like this.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes the kids be like, "Dad is cool, you know. Dad coaches us, you know. Dad is my basketball coach. He talks to me. He homeschooled me.
Yeah.
But Dad, what do you do?
Yeah, but they hear your stuff.
Yeah, see, that's the
they know the stuff.
Okay, yeah,
and they just like
because I do it.
Yeah,
I do randomly do it, so it's not like it's just not there. So randomly, when I do touch it, they like, this is cool, because they, like she said, they've been on songs with me.
For sure.
They know what's going on, even from when they was little. We got videos of them trying to record in the same microphone I got today.
Yeah.
So it's always been there. So now it's coming to a point where in my life, I want to show them that they can.
Yeah.
That they don't have to listen to the little voices and the naysayers and all these different things, that you just got to push and you got to break past the barrier at some point.
You just gotta try.
I don't want regret.
Yeah.
I don't want to live with regret back in my life, whether I'm 31, because I didn't do it when I was 22. It don't matter. It's people still jelly roll 40 some years old, still getting new artist of the year.
Right.
Like, it doesn't really matter. So at this point in my life, I wanted to not even only show my kids, but show myself, you feel me, and y'all, that you could do anything with God. That the doubt and all that kind of stuff that it's really doubt, y'all, that played into the picture when I was younger, and then, you know, all the kind of stuff that happens in your childhood and all that kind of stuff where it be lingering. It don't matter.
Right.
It don't matter. The only thing that matters at this point is get it out, because it is good. Everybody that I really came in contact with, it allowed them
to actually hear it.
To hear it in its capacity.
Yeah.
They loved it at this point in my life. So I would be a fool, honestly, to me, to not give it to the world and just see where it goes and let God use it, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, we're just kind of coming full circle, 180. Yeah. I wouldn't even call it full circle, because we're going to turn the whole opposite way of what was going on. We finally in a mode to where I could make songs in a day, which I could have already done, but we're actually getting stuff done. Yes. We're doing stuff. Look at. Yes. We're doing songs from point A to point Z.
Yeah.
To where it's not like, oh, I got to come back to this. I got to know.
Get it out.
The lyrics is done. This song is done. So we can move on. Let's shoot the video. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. Let's get it done. Right. So we finally at this point, y'all. So it was a journey to get here, but I wouldn't take nothing out of the journey. I wouldn't change none of the journey, because the journey is that way so you could get to the promised land. You feel me? If they don't go against God in the wilderness, you know, who's to say when you get over there you won't mess over it? Who's to say if I was good, you know, at 22 rapping crazy, because I was still, I'm a godly, you know, musician. Back then I was still putting weed in the songs, and, you know, I still wanted a girl on my side. But if he would have gave it to a lot of people we see when he give it to them when they're young,
we see how it goes.
It sometimes blow up in their face.
And that's what I was going to say too, is just God's timing. Mm-hmm. It's not even all about like us not being ready or doubt or whatever. Mm-hmm. That plays a part in it. Mm-hmm. But if you would have been putting music out back then versus what you're putting out now, it's two totally different things.
Oh man, y'all would have came back.
It's two totally different things.
Y'all would have been like, Jayson, you ain't no gospel rapper. What are you talking about, boy? And then probably people would probably be looking at, like, let's say the song pop up then, and I would have switched. They'd be like, So think about Lil Wayne doing gospel rap. Like that ain't. I'd be like, you're crazy. You going crazy or something. So that's where I'm at today. We putting out the music finally. I thank God that like I said, for the journey, because without the journey, I wouldn't be the man that I am.
You don't know what you gotta do.
I want to show y'all. I want y'all to go listen. I want y'all to vibe out every Friday. You know, consistency. We gonna have a video for y'all to watch. Some good godly vibes for y'all to vibe to.
There's 2 out already.
There's 2 out.
Make sure you go watch those.
Free smoke.
Okay.
to the Drake beat, and we got Do for Love. We just had the kids see the kids be like, "Hey, Dad, when you go put me on a song? When you go do this?" So finally, I got the kids in a video now already. Yeah. You know, where it could show them that Dad not only chasing his dreams, but y'all a part of the dream.
To be a part of it.
They a part of the dream. You know, so I want to show the world that even they can have that aspect. That it's once you start. She tell me all the time too. Let's say we just went to the Usher concert, you know? They got to be rollerblading on stage with Usher.
They do.
So they had to rollerblade when they was a kid. Yeah. They had to rollerblade when they was a kid.
They did.
To get on there with Usher. So you don't know where your talent is going to take you, but not only your talent, but where you're holding other people back.
Other people's journey back as well.
Come on now.
You not being on stage already means your backup dancers don't have a job already. Facts. Your drummer don't have a job already.
The light man, the ticket people, exactly. Literally down to that. And I believe that 100% because we only shooting for the top. This ain't I don't even want to be local Inglewood rapper. I'm going for total global, you know, I'm trying to be in every market that is possibly. I'll do reggae. I just had a homie in here the other day. We gonna do reggae. We gonna do gospel. We gonna do, as long as it got positive lyrics that's gonna elevate people and elevate Jesus Christ. We doing it. You feel me? And that's what we on right now. So that's somewhat of my, you know, the short version, the condensed version, so y'all can get it of my journey in music. I can't wait to tell y'all more because it's evolving right now.
Every day.
It's evolving right at this moment. I'm really just getting the first fruits of my labor. The people like, go young brother. We got to be having people comment TikTok blowing up. I having people on TikTok just giving me mad support. The people that didn't know I did music, they can support something now. You know, I could touch on this too real quick before I let y'all go. Like, you have to give people something to support you in. For a long time, I just thought it was like, you just in your own mind, like, man, they not your friend. No, you're not giving them nothing to love.
What am I going?
Nothing is out. Nothing is out, Jayson. Like, her mom is the number one supporter, but she can't support me if I don't put it out.
If you don't put it out.
You know? Like, everybody, I got family members like, you rap? So that ain't it. Yeah. So finally, we in that mode to where it's coming out to where I don't feel nothing no more. I could put out something right now and I don't feel that, oh my goodness, your hat is crooked. I used to be crazy, man. Your hat is crooked or look at your smile or no.
Your collar's off. Like,
I used to be crazy. Cause that's not life.
That's not life.
That's not life. And y'all really love the people that's gonna be 100%
that's real.
That's the real people. And the people that's showing you fake, those probably not, when they go behind closed doors, they probably not happy with themselves. So that's not how I want to be. I want to be 100% real, 100% me. No, I love the music. No, I wrote the music. No, I got a hand in it. I don't even want God to blow me up overnight. We talked about that. I want to get that cool, good process.
Yeah.
Come on, man, to where I know I did it. It was me and him working together and I got there. So that's where we at right now. So go listen to Free Smoke. Okay, go listen to Do for Love. I don't know what I'm putting out this Friday, but y'all gonna get it. You feel me? So make sure y'all go listen to that. Stay with me on the journey. Stay with me on her journey. Because our journey is together.
For sure.
You know, I can't wait to get to her people because she got people waiting for me.
It's people. It's celebrities that have been to this house that rap. So if you rap and they are pulling up to your house,
and I actually got some music to show them.
Now have music to show.
Yeah, it goes a little bit differently, y'all. So I'm just waiting on the moment for God to take me out of the wilderness. I don't mind how long I'm in the wilderness, as long as I'm perfecting my craft and getting to know myself and getting to know Jesus. So when I get out of there and I'm ready to minister to my people and my flock of people that's ready to vibe out with me, that's what we doing. You feel me? So I thank y'all. You got anything you want to add?
No.
Okay, cool. So I thank you guys for rocking out with us again. This is episode 5.
Last episode of the year.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and Happy New Year to everybody that's with us already, you know. Episode 5, Jayson's music journey. We love y'all.
And I'll make sure that we tag him in the caption so you guys can go to his YouTube and watch the video and follow and subscribe.
Yeah.
Comment, like,
Jay and Ray podcast. We need follows with y'all.
Yes.
You know, if you watch it, follow us. Y'all want to see the
guys. You guys have been watching.
Come on, yeah. For the people that have, because it's not we see y'all. The people that have, we see y'all. We see y'all. We see the support. Like I said, it just got to keep going. Everything is about consistency. So we see y'all. We love y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. Thank you for listening to my story. I appreciate y'all so much. Jay and Ray again. We out.
Bye.